Welcome to this short video in our Sales Skills Health Check series. This video is all about the 5 ways to make your presentations sizzle. Now, what is it that makes a great presentation? In our award-winning sales development program, The Single Sales Principle, we talk about something called Sizzle Selling. Why do we call it Sizzle Selling? Well, imagine that you were in a restaurant and you ordered the sizzling dish. The first thing that's brought to your attention is as the doors from the kitchen open, it's that wonderful shh sound. And then it's the smell as it wafts across the restaurant. And then when it's presented in front of you, the lovely sight of green and red peppers bubbling away with that lovely sauce. And then lastly, the taste. It truly engages all of the senses, and your presentation needs to do the same. Now, there's nothing new about the term sizzle selling. A chap called Elmer Wheeler, in his book Tested Senses That Sell in 1937, spoke about selling the sizzle, not the steak. But do you know what? In the book, we believe that it's a myth, because there's no amount of selling the sizzle will work if your product isn't good enough. But if you do have a great product, then the sizzle will be the spices that truly bring this product to life. So there are 5 sizzle selling techniques. These are props and presentations, analogies, case studies, killer stats, and sketchbook. Let's take a quick look at each of them. Props and presentations. There are various learning channels, the way that people learn. Some people are visual, some people are auditory, some people are kinesthetic. Over half of people are more visual than anything else. So it's absolutely essential that we use presentation techniques such as PowerPoint, such as Keynote, such as Prezi, to really engage them visually. But also an awful lot of people are kinesthetic as well. And this is where your props come in. This is where you can give them something to touch and feel and get involved with this presentation. Secondly, analogies. It's all about metaphors, analogies. It was Aristotle who said the greatest thing by far is to be a master of the metaphor. In my opinion, probably the greatest analogy stroke metaphor was float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, by the late great Muhammad Ali. Thirdly, case studies. Why do case studies work? Well, it's simply a testimonial about some work that you've done for somebody else. And we are very much influenced by social proof. Why is TripAdvisor so popular? It's because of social proof. It isn't the company telling you that they're great, it's somebody else. So very much the 3 best case studies will be household names that we've all heard of, or sector-specific names that I will know if I'm in that industry, or local companies that I will be aware of. The 4th sizzle selling technique is killer stats. Statistics prove exactly what you're trying to say. If you were trying to buy this billboard advertising, the fact that 83% of people agree that billboards make brands more desirable will be a good killer stat to be able to present. And lastly, sketchbook. What do we mean by sketchbook? Well, one of the problems with presentations is that it's finished. Whereas if you imagine using a flip chart or a whiteboard or even just a doodle pad in front of you, you can carry a customer through your presentation in a much more engaging way. Why? Because it isn't finished. They see the whole story building up in front of their own eyes. So for more information about L'Amour, go on to l'Amour.com. And for more information about our free Single Sales Principle membership, go on to the Single Sales Principle membership site. We look forward to working with you soon.